So I just realized that this is a really great opportunity to tell some of my life stories. Even though no one probably cares, like I barely care, but just to like have it out there. So I'm just gonna make a video talking about crushes, every single crush I've had since like the third grade to now. Okay, so I am originally from Seattle, Washington, but then I moved to California into a little city called Redondo Beach. And when I lived in Seattle, I've never ever ever had a crush on a boy there. And then I moved to California and I meet this boy and his name is Luke. And like he was the very first guy I actually like met and I was like, "Wow, I have a crush on you." And like I never told him, he never knew. But I had class with him, and it was when we made had our like yearbooks. We had these little signature books that we made with pictures of our class and stuff. And I was too scared to ask him to sign it, so I just like threw it at him and I'm like, sign it. And that was so awkward and embarrassing. And then it was weird because at the same time I had a kind of a crush on his best friend, which you'll find out this happens a lot. Um, his friend Jason, I had a crush on him too, and he had like black hair, and he was just like yummy. I don't know. I feel weird saying he's yummy, but neither of them ever knew I had a crush on them. And then fourth grade, I basically never saw either of them again, even though they still went to my school. There, I met another guy, and his name was Lucas. And Lucas was kind of a one of those guys who's really weird, like not weird, but I don't know how to describe it, but he talked in weird voices and he'd always tell me I'm a hobo. And then, like, he was the first guy that I would, like, chase on the playground, which is really, having a weird, like, crush like that, I guess it's pretty common for other people, but I've never had something like that. And then he found out somehow, I think it's because my friend told him, and that didn't change anything about our friendship, but he like started being mean to me and like well this one day I was just like following him around on the playground and we were in fourth grade, it's nothing, but I like hugged him from behind and he called me a rapist and I'm just it's a hug. It's not yeah, but anyway, he's just really weird. And then he got his mom to talk to the teacher about me and then like I didn't do anything, so I don't know why he did that. And so all of that I really don't actually remember, but and then middle school came. Middle school, okay. So middle school, earth science, there was a kid named Ryan. And Ryan was like super popular. Well, he became super popular. He had a lot of friends though. And so yeah, Ryan. I like got a huge crush on him and his best friend. But I didn't really start liking his friend until like a year after I knew him. Okay, so the thing I really, really, really hate that Ryan did is that we had a project in science and we brought in our baby pictures and he like drew on it with a Sharpie. He drew on mine with a Sharpie and I got really mad and so he spit on it and tried to rub it off and I'm just like surprisingly I was mad. And hold on, I'm like excuse me. Okay, sorry. And like I got really mad at him and he just like spit on it and tried to wipe it off and then fast forward 7th grade. That's when I like really, 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 really started liking his friend. And he wasn't even that cute and all my friends were like, why do you always like the ugly guys? And I'm just like, yeah, okay, that's not really what's going on here. Because honestly, neither of them were actually, like, Ryan was hot, but, oh, and he blocked my number. But that's just, let's not talk about that. So, Zach, um, I liked him a lot, but we didn't have any classes together in 7th grade. And so, I only knew where his locker was, and so I'd, like, write him love notes, and then I put my phone number in one of them, and he did text me, but it was to tell me to stop leaving crap in his locker, which I was just like, wow, nice. And then, like, after about 5 minutes, I finally got the guts to tell him who I was. And I don't remember what he said, but I just remember seeing him at school the next day, and he was like laughing at me, like not laughing. He was saw me and started like blushing, chuckling and stuff. But then I find out that he was dating somebody, and I was like, oh wow, wow, my heart. Um, yeah, but then I moved like 2 months later to another school, like a city away, and in 8th grade, well, no, back up. So still in 7th grade. When I moved like to the next city over, and I met another guy after I completely like forgotten about everyone else. Um, like going into PE, there was this guy, and his name was Davis. Wow, and Davis is like the biggest one because he was like the last crush I've had since 8th grade. So yeah, and I just remember go walking into PE, and we had a dance unit, and my teacher put me in a group with him and his friends. And I just remember like he had the shaggy hair, and I don't know why, I just thought that that was so cute. Um, I just remember like I saw him and I just instantly got these butterflies, and it was like amazing because I never have that feeling anymore. And in our dance, like I was so excited because I got to hold his hand and stuff, and I was just like, crazy, weird, girly happiness stuff. And so, anyway, we became good friends. which was like the first time I was ever friends with somebody who I had a thing for. But then in 8th grade, things got a little bit weird because I decided to make a Formspring account and did something really dumb. Because I was following a bunch of people from my school, but I didn't know if any of them were following me. So I started asking myself questions about Davis. And I wrote a bunch of really like long paragraphs about how much I liked him and why. Yada 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 yada. And I guess his very best friend was following me. And she told him about it, but I didn't find out who told him until the end of 8th grade. Which, yikes. But what I love about him is that he was just like so chill about it. He texted me and he's like, I saw your Formspring, and like when he told me that, my heart just like dropped and I was like, oh my god, no, 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 no. But he was so cool about it, and he's just like, it's really sweet, but I really like being your friend, and I was like fine with that because I never had that situation before. And I still had a crush on him for the longest time, and he gave me his sweatshirt string, he gave me a little paper flower, I gave him a giant chocolate Hershey's kiss, and we just had a lot of fun together. We had a lot of inside jokes, but at the end of 8th grade, he like walked home with me, and he low-key told me he hated me, but a lot of things had happened that I did not mention because I don't want to have to rethink about everything that happened in 8th grade because it's 8th grade. Yeah, he low-key told me he hated me, and then we haven't talked since then, other than just recently, like a couple of days ago, I Snapchatted him and told him happy birthday, and he said thank you, and that was like the first time I talked to him in like 4 years, 4 or 5 years. Um, and like what sucks is that like I don't live in California anymore, obviously. Um, and it's I haven't had feelings for anybody since Davis, but here I just like fell into this group of people, like a friend group, and there was this guy named Parker, and he smelled really, really good. So I'm like, wow, I think I like this guy because he smells good. Well, no, he was a fuckboy, and we ended up dating for like a month, like not publicly, like over text, and we never went on dates or anything. And then, it just ended somehow. Actually, like really immaturely. I saw him hugging another girl, and I'm like, wow, why would you do that? You didn't even hug me today, and you're hugging this other girl. And she had a boyfriend, so I was like, wow. And then he dumped me, and then one of my friends, like a few months later, was like, OMG, Sunny wants to do the do with you. And so he got back with me, and I'm like, she said, what? And so basically, he got back with me because he thought that I wanted to, but I didn't. And so on the last day of school, we just like got together in the back of his Jeep, and we didn't do anything dirty, but we just sat in the back of his Jeep and kissed a little. And it was raining, and I asked him if we could like go out in the rain and stuff, and he was like, no, that's stupid, and he made me walk home in the rain, and then he dumped me like 2-3 weeks later, and he was like giving me so much attitude on my birthday, and I was just, boys are dumb, and if you date, don't date dumb boys. Don't date a Parker. Don't date Park shit. Yeah, and this video is getting kind of long, and I've basically talked about nothing, so I'm just gonna end it here. Thank you for watching this if you did, and comment, rate, like, subscribe, do whatever you want. I don't care. You do you.